Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett, and in today's video, we are talking about 10 styling tips to make your home look and feel more modern. Now, the first thing you can do to make your home look and feel more modern, the easiest thing you could probably do is go for oversized artwork. Modern design is all about playing with scale and proportions and balance, and using oversized artwork does a couple of things for us. It definitely falls into that niche because we have something really large and oversized in the space that's creating this insanely strong focal point, and we love that. Modern art has a lot of movement to it and play and color and contrast, which I think is wonderful. So going oversized with that creates a big statement moment. It also reduces the amount of clutter and busyness we have happening in the space. When our eye is directed towards one point or bounces from one point to another, we can tie in color schemes together without having to use patterns or anything too busy. Oversized artwork is great for a modern home because it also fills a wall up without us having to bring in a lot of extra furniture pieces, accessories, and decor and trim work and all of the things that you might have in a more traditional home. So if you do have a traditional home, consider scaling back some of those things and opt for a large piece of artwork instead. A large art can be a number of things: mirrors, tapestry. You can get paintings, of course. You can get sculpture as artwork. You can even get furniture pieces that have a sculptural feeling to them that are oversized and that could take the place of a piece of artwork, and I absolutely love that for you. Modern design has a lot of oversized artwork, and it's something you should be thinking about if you want to modernize your home. Another styling tip for a modern home is to mix black and brown together. Yes, I know that old-fashioned rule or whatever that was don't mix black and brown, but it's all about how you do it and how much repetition you have in the mix of black and brown together, because the two of them are BFF, they're best friends. You can absolutely mix them together. Just think about it. If you have wood floors, they are usually brown, and you may have like black trim, a black detail. I have a black baby grand piano. That's black and brown together. It happens in nature. It feels really good in a home, and in a modern home, it adds a lot of sophistication because it's an unexpected color scheme. Also, it does have a slightly more masculine feel to it, which maybe you want in your home or maybe you don't, but it is a very elevated and unexpected color scheme. You can completely color drench a space in all brown and use black leather furniture in it. That could be interesting and chic. You can also use this just in accessories to play around with. Do a piece upholstered in black leather and then do a brown pillow or something on your bed. Like, that could be a great way to mix the two together. A piece of furniture with black accents and brown wood legs. There you go. There's that mix together. Black and brown are best friends, and they look so fantastic together in a modern home, especially when used together in one space. So it's all about how much of everything you have mixed together. If you follow my 3-color rule, 3 colors in 3 ways in your space, it will feel natural. And that third color can be your accent color. Use whatever you want it to be for a neutral, sophisticated, fun, interesting, but unexpected space. So if you are going to mix black and brown together, have them in 3 different areas. The drapes, the wall color, a pillow, the sofa, a rug, all of those things need to have a little bit of black and brown in them, and it will feel natural together. Now, when it comes to interior design, sometimes what you need is a creative idea and an interesting solution. And sometimes it takes a designer to share that with you. If you are stuck on a decorating hurdle, you can always book a one-on-one consultation with me using the link in the description box down below or going to intro.co/GarrettLeChic. Okay, another tip to style a modern home is to use a gray accent. I know there are so many gray haters out there, and I am one. Okay, I'm recovering. I don't love an all gray everything space because it just feels a little drab. Okay, it feels like a gray rainy day, and maybe you like that, but I want something that has a little bit of warmth to it because that's what a person needs. But using a gray accent is an easy way to instantly elevate your home. Mixing something like a gray, a charcoal gray, a warm tone gray with black and browns and tans is an easy way to make a sophisticated color scheme that looks expensive, that feels luxurious, and is inherently modern. Gray just feels more modern, and that's why so many people did gray everything all over the place. Well, now we're doing something a little bit more elevated, a little bit more sophisticated, using an upholstered gray accent. So a piece of furniture, an accent pillow is an easy way to modernize a space, add an unexpected element that we like to see, but in a sophisticated and easy to visually digest way. Gray is a designer's best friend when we are trying to modernize a space. You can mix gray with basically any color. It's pretty much a neutral. I mean, let's be real, it's a combination of white and on black. So it definitely falls into that category. I think gray is an amazing way to accessorize a modern home. It's a detail everybody should be thinking about if you are decorating in that modern style. Now, a design detail that is synonymous with modern interior design is actually mixing wall details, and is something you should be thinking about if you are in a more contemporary or modern style home. Now, let me break down what that means. Essentially, it means we're putting something different on each wall within a space. Not each wall in a house, but within a singular space. So if you have 4 walls, consider doing something different on each of the walls. Here's an example. Eichler Homes. Typically in these spaces, one wall would be all glass. Another wall might have mahogany paneling. A third wall may have a closet and a window on it, and that fourth wall would probably just be painted. So mixing a different material on each wall instantly feels modern, contemporary, elevated, interesting, because we have something different happening within every space. And you can take that same principle, those 4 details or materials, and apply them to every room in the house, and that's fine. Right now, what's happening in contemporary design is slat paneling. This feels very modern, it feels very contemporary, people love it. It's something to think about in your home, and you could put that on one wall. You may incorporate some lighting into it. Maybe you'll do a wallpaper on one wall in a texture or material. Another may be lime washed, and that's interesting too. And then a final one could be glass. It could have windows, it could be covered in drapery. There are a number of things you could do, but it's basically having 4 accent walls within a space. This is something I think works best in a home that has contemporary or modern architecture, not necessarily a more traditional home that you're converting to feel more modern. So it's a detail that I think is worth considering, but it's not for every home. And that's absolutely okay, because the next styling detail you can use to make your home look and feel more modern is actually for you traditional architecturally designed home havers and lovers. You can color drench. Color drenching feels modern because we're taking every single thing and painting it the same color. The baseboard, the wall, the crown molding, the door trim, the ceiling, all of it's the same color, because it neutralizes a lot of the detail you find in traditional architecture, and it actually enhances some of those things at the same time, but they blend into the background a little bit. You see, it's got a lot of interesting things that happen here with that. Color drenching is nothing new. It's a tale as old as time. It's been on trend for quite a while because people have traditional homes. So it's definitely worth thinking about. A fun fact is you can actually color drench in all white if you want to. You paint your trim, walls, ceiling, all of it the same shade of white, so it serves as a very soft background. Even if you're choosing a bold color, you can color drench everything in that, and it will serve as a softer feeling background, be it a dark color or a very bright one. If the architecture of your home is more traditional, consider color drenching some of those spaces for a more modern feel. If you made it this far in the video, you know everything I'm saying to you is 100% accurate and correct and on point, which is why you should definitely hit that subscribe button, turn that little button from red to gray, and join us, become a part of our GarrettLeChic family. And I greatly appreciate you helping me out by giving this video a like, sharing it across this platform, and you could even send it to somebody who would find this video helpful. Now, another great tip for styling a modern home is actually to use earth tones and neutral colors. Now, you might like color in your home. I love color in my home, okay? I have a Wedgwood blue sofa and dining room to match, and you all know I talk about it in like every video. I love color in a space, but you can have a lot of fun mixing and layering neutral tones, earth tones together that will create a soft feeling space that is elevated, that's luxurious. You can also use more muted versions of your favorite colors. Earth tones are accessible, they're easy to use, and you can find them that look great. So mixing earth tones with your favorite colors in a more muted color palette is an easy way to make your home feel a little bit more modern, a little bit more elevated. You can also mix in some high contrast elements, but I would look for them that have a neutral base to them or are something that is accessible, that matches or works with everything. White, black, camels, browns, tans, taupes, those colors layer naturally in with other more vibrant colors and feel very modern when mixed together. For example, if you have a Wedgwood blue sofa, you could always add a little white and camel colored English bulldog onto the sofa, and it would feel very elevated, wouldn't it? We have gardeners outside, and he sees them walk by, and he's like, what is going on? What's happening? So yes, Cornelius is here. Hi. Hi, Beast. Hello. Okay, well, Cornelius is gonna sit there and be non-cooperative, but that's fine. That's why he's not in that many videos, is it? Okay, we're losing it here. We're losing it here. Cornelius, let's tell them about something else that's great for styling in a modern home, and that is layered lighting. I talk about lighting all of the time because lighting is great in a home, but in a modern style home or a contemporary home, you can do a lot with lighting that you just can't do in a traditional home, and I think it's amazing to incorporate that into a space. You can do things like, you know, LED lights. You can do them in your crown molding or your baseboard. You can do them underneath furniture pieces or behind them, behind a television. That's all super interesting. You can also just add layered lighting like, you know, lamps, overhead lights, floor lamps, task lamps. All of these lighting sources are great to incorporate into a modern home, because what a lot of people find is that a modern home, it looks really good when it's bright light out in the day, but then as it gets darker into night, colors shift and they change a little bit. So adding in more warm toned lighting will make the space feel more warm, more inviting, more welcoming, easier to relax and enjoy in, which is why I'm always telling you, use warm tone lighting in your home. So be on the lookout for lighting that is soft, that projects onto a surface outside of just like having an exposed light bulb, because that's insane. And consider some LED lights at an interesting place to make your home feel more modern by using layered lighting. Another great design detail to use for a modern home is actually minimalist styling. Let's walk through what that means, because minimalism means something different to everybody. Minimalism to me means useful items, only having things that are useful, that you will actually engage with, that serve a purpose. So when I say minimalist styling, I mean, yes, our sense of refinement when it comes to styling. We're not just putting any and everything out there. We want the space to not feel cluttered and busy, but I want you to focus in on items that actually serve a purpose or you will use. A vase or a bowl are great because you can actually use a vase or a bowl. You can also use a storage box of some sort. That's wonderful. Coffee table books are great, only if you're actually interested in the topic that is being referred to in them. Anything with lighting that you're going to use on a regular basis, a lamp, whether it's like a rechargeable lamp or a sculptural lamp, those are all fantastic to use for styling. But look for items that are larger instead of smaller, because smaller items corralled together feel busy, as where larger items feel a little bit more refined and minimalistic. Just like I said with oversized artwork, we're reducing the visual clutter by having one large item instead of multiple smaller ones. So when you are accessorizing, keep that in mind. A few larger items will have more impact than many small ones. And if you are using smaller items, try to corral them together, maybe in a display case, a storage box, or something like a curio cabinet could be really interesting, a modern curio cabinet, to corral them all together to make them feel like they are less small items and more of one larger one. Another great styling detail for a modern home is actually to use seating with lower backs on it. This is something that I love to do in my home, even though I would not say it's completely modern or completely traditional for that matter, but I like to use low back seating because it inherently feels modern. It's a play and scale, just like we talked about once again with oversized artwork. Using furniture with a lower back on it and oversized or taller pieces of furniture now means that we have this really great juxtaposition and scale. The ceilings feel taller, things feel more linear, some things feel lower and more sophisticated and interesting. It's a really great way to do that in your home. Now, you have to think about seat height versus back height, because seat height is what's going to make it actually useful and accessible, like you could sit on it and get up out of the sofa, but the back height could be a little bit lower if you lounge on something, if you lay on it or something like that. It could be more useful. It's all something to think about. An example would be a reclining chair or sofa that has a reclining headrest, because the back of that is going to be a lot lower than it would be on a traditional recliner chair or sofa that has like a really tall back on it. We want it to be nice and low. That feels modern, contemporary, and luxurious. When I am decorating a space, I'm looking for the backs of the furniture to all be consistent throughout it. So if I'm doing a low back sofa, I'm gonna do a low back accent chair in that same space. I may even look for dining chairs that have a lower back. Right now, the most contemporary thing you could do in terms of seating in your house is a dining chair that sits 3 to 4 inches above the tabletop. So it's a super low back dining chair. That's really interesting, and a lot of people thoroughly enjoy that. It looks good, it has a very low profile to it in a modern and contemporary way. So if you are looking to add some of that modern styling into your home, look for seating pieces that have lower backs, which may not be for everybody, but it is a great styling tip to keep in mind when you are decorating your home. Now, another great styling tip to create a modern feeling space is actually all about your rug size. Modern design has big, oversized rugs. Every piece of furniture needs to sit on that rug to an extent. Like in a living room, for example, I want to see the rug extend beyond the sofa, beyond the accent chairs. I want all of that furniture that's kind of floating in the space to be seated on that rug because it just feels layered and beautiful and luxurious. It has a hotel feeling and a hyper design look to it that really does look good. In a dining room, I want to be able to pull out the dining chairs and have them be completely on the rug. In a bedroom, I am going to look for a rug that extends beyond the nightstands and then beyond the foot of the bed at the same dimension. So however far that rug extends from the side of the bed to the end of the rug, I want it to be from the foot of the bed to the end of the rug as well. That's gonna feel soft, it's beautiful. It has a pool-like effect where that rug really is taking up a lot of the flooring in a space. Because a lot of contemporary homes have like a wide plank flooring, which, you know, looks, it's good, it's fine, that's okay. But, you know, you can use a really big rug to kind of cover up some of it and create softness in a space. I absolutely love that. Modern styling is all about the size of the rug. So go big or go home if you are looking to have your home look and feel modern. Get a bigger rug because it is going to look elevated, luxurious, and expensive. It probably will be, but you'll get the look you're after, and I love that for you. There you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure you check out this one right here, all about outdated things that may be hiding in your home that we could let go of, get rid of for that modern feeling. So I will see you over there.